There's a lot to recommend at the Oregon State Hospital Museum of Mental Health. It showcases the fascinating history of psychiatric treatment. It has a collection of corroded copper cans that you won't soon forget. Oh, and it happens to be the setting for one of the most award-winning motion pictures of all time. Hi, what's your name?
My name's Denny Brooks. It's good to meet you. We are here at the Museum of Mental Health at Oregon State Hospital in Salem, Oregon.
Now, it wasn't always the Oregon State Hospital, it was the Oregon Insane Asylum, right?
There were many names for the hospitals, and yes, Insane Asylum was one. This is an ultraviolet light treatment. Now we know that UV rays are a bit of a problem from a healthcare standpoint. Can you see the big tubs?
Yes.
And this is another hydrotherapy unit.
I like a good soak.
Yeah, I do too.
Here's for some of the more dangerous patients, the straitjacket.
At that time, where there weren't drugs or other means of reaching people, yes, there were these tools that were used. And this is a surgical table. Was this used for lobotomies? I'm not certain that that was true. Lobotomies were performed here.
As harsh as that would be, it wasn't as harsh as what they used to do to people that they considered insane, which is chain them to a wall.
That's correct. This is a electroshock treatment. It's external, but this electricity causes a grand mal seizure.
That doesn't sound good.
For whatever reason, it works, and we still don't know why. Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia, swore by it.
Heck, if she'll do it, I will. Hook me up. Denny, what is this behind us?
This is the original copper canisters that held remains of people who lived here and died here.
There were how many of these cans total?
Boy, I don't know.
I think it's like 5,000.
Maybe.
These are people that have never been claimed by their relatives.
They have not, but a beautiful project is going on in the state of Oregon, and the names of these people are online and searchable.
These cans are now empty, and the cremains are actually in this wall that surrounds the courtyard.
That's correct.
And their names are on the actual
Names
circles.
and the dates are on them.
What about the empty circles?
Now that the names and the people are searchable, families are finding them.
Family members are finding out that their relatives are here and they're coming and taking the cremains.
That's correct.
The film One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yes, a wonderful book, play, and eventually a movie.
Shot here.
Shot here at the hospital while it was a functioning hospital.
Your father was sort of in charge of the hospital. Dean Brooks.
That's right.
Superintendent.
Yes.
And was in the movie.
He ended up being in the movie. That was the way this director was. He wanted people to be natural.
And you were here for this whole thing because you were sort of a location consultant, right?
Yes, I was the location coordinator for this film.
Your father, he did not initially think this is a good idea.
When the book first came out, and people from all over the country were calling him, Dean, we've seen this book about your hospital. So he got it, read it, and hated it. He misunderstood it. He did not get it, but luckily he did get it when he saw the play.
Here's some of the props from the movie you've got. Here's the chief's big prop, the broom.
The broom.
Right?
This is a historic piece, not just because of the movie, but it literally was what was used to clean and buff these floors.
In the corner here, the TV that Jack Nicholson's there watching the baseball game, and that's the real TV.
It's a strike! Swings! It's a lot of fly ball in English center!
Gentlemen, stop this.
This is the bench that was used in the movie.
That's correct.
And the scene between Jack Nicholson and the chief, right?
Important one where they are awaiting electroshock therapy, and Jack hands the big Indian a piece of juicy fruit. He puts it in his mouth and he says,
Juicy fruit.
for the first time in the film, you understand that he is not deaf and dumb.
You fooled him, Chief. You fooled him. You fooled them all.
And a nice little ad for Juicy Fruit, let's be honest.
It definitely was that. Well, this is a prop. It is the replica of the original hydrotherapy machine. This is what Will Sampson used to pick up and throw through the window.
Danny, if somebody wants to pay a visit to the Oregon State Hospital Museum of Mental Health, where should they go?
Right here in Salem, Oregon.
You think I do a pretty good check, Nicholson? No?